Greetings. My name is Joelle, and I am the Viberarian. I am on a journey to elevate and enlighten and empower. And I love sharing my journey with people. And I just had to come on to share something that has happened to me that was just a beautiful experience. I'm going to do my best to try to make it make sense. And if you'll bear with me, there's a bit of a backstory before I get to the heart of what happened to me today. So, I am following a person on YouTube, a particular YouTube channel called Divine Lovers Crystal Grid. And the person who is on this channel, her name is Nikki, and I've been following her for quite some time. And when you watch her videos, she basically gives like messages to people based on signs and things that she sees and synchronicities. And she sends these out to the community of twin flames around the world. So when you connect with her channel, you can join her crystal grid, which is set up to send out unconditional love. And at the heart of this crystal grid is a rose quartz. So I had sent away for my rose quartz and have been using my crystal grid to, of course, I love rose quartz. I love the energy of it as a stone. So I was really excited to be part of her energy. And of course, the things that she shares about in her videos tend to sometimes synchronize with my life in just what the most beautiful ways. So her grid is started on the idea of the forest lovers who are intertwined for all eternity around the oak tree. And if you would like to know more about, her channel, why she started it, and the messages and guidance that she gives, please do check her out on YouTube. It's a very interesting and detailed story, but I just want to give you the pieces that are really connected to what happened to me today. So I've got this rose quartz and I've been on the crystal grid, and in the things that she shares, of course, the image of the rose comes through quite frequently. And in a lot of the other activities that I have done in group transmissions and things of that nature, group meditation activities where people are coming together, the image of the rose has come through so much, associated with the divine feminine. And I'm always seeing beautiful pictures of it, but I hadn't seen any in a while. So I had picked up a rose quartz Reiki infused bath bar at my event that I had last month, which is the elevation stations. They happen around the metro area, and I bring together vendors who make things out of their creative gifts, and people get to go shopping and have readings and things of that nature. So one of the vendors makes this lovely bar that looks like pieces of rose quartz, the actual soap does. And these are Reiki infused, crystal charged things that she creates. She has a whole line of products, but I had to bring home one of her rose quartz bars. And the beautiful thing about each of her products is there is an actual crystal inside of the bar. And so when you get down to the center of it, you get to have, the basics energy that was holding the energy in your soap to add to your crystal collection. So I thought that was a great idea. So I've been using the soap really regularly, loving it. Shout out to Angelica at Namaste and this tub bath bombs and things. Please check her out. But so I finally the other night I finished my bath and I had done a real beautiful loving meditation just about sending love into the world when the crystal popped out. It was finally at the point where I had got to the center of the center of the Tootsie Pop, if you will, the good part, right? So I was super excited. I finished my bath and I was like, oh, this is great. So I went to go put it with my crystals in the crystal grid, and I checked out to see, and sure enough, there was a notification that a new video had been posted by Nikki on her channel. So I went to listen to it, and she says something about, yes, the hidden gems are going to be revealed and come out. And I said, "Oh my goodness, the hidden gem inside my soap came out today. How funny. That's quite interesting." So I said, "I'll have to make a note and share it with her." And I went on then, the rest of the evening. Went the next day to go pick up some things, and I received a piece of mail. And when I looked at it, I get these lovely little quirky letters, but it says, "You're going to smell the fragrance, the blessed fragrance of a rose, representing Jesus Christ now there in your home as you open this letter." And it's a pink letter that I received, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, why are they talking about a rose? I just, the rose quartz is coming, all this stuff about roses. So I open the letter, and there's a big, beautiful picture that says, "I am the rose of Sharon, Song of Solomon 2:1." Now, I'm going to be showing pictures of all these things as I put this video together, so I hope you'll come along the journey with me. So here's this beautiful big picture of the rose, and inside of it is a lovely cloth, and it's got a rose on it. So I snapped a picture of that and the rose quartz and sent it off to Nikki to let her know that the Rose Quartz family was growing and that there was love, and of course there was roses, and I wanted to make sure that I passed those back to her since she talked about the hidden gem being revealed. I was out shopping today, and I went to a metaphysical store here in Atlanta called Phoenix and Dragon, and it is wonderful. You can buy crystals and books and oracle cards and all manner of things, incense, sage, and it's candles. Beautiful place. So back in the back corner, I see a little cart of books that are on sale. Now, being a librarian, I love books. So I'm always looking at to see what the titles are. And of course, my eye was drawn to this particular cart. So as I'm looking through it, I all of a sudden I see a book that is staring out at me, and it is called 65 Roses by Charlotte and Vanessa Robbins. And on the cover is this most beautiful pair of a pink rose and a red rose. And when I flipped over the book, I saw the vine of a tree, and I said, I need to get this because there's something in this message, because here is a rose again. And of course, the number 65 is the number 11, which is a master number. We're in an 11 year this year, and of course, 11 is very significant for twin flame. So I picked up the book, and I have to say that it was so beautiful. Because I'm sorry, there's going to be a bit of a break there because I got cut off. So this book that I found was called The 65 Roses by Charlotte and Vanessa Robbins, and I knew it needed to come home with me, and it did. And I was very moved when I finally opened it to read it, and I wanted to share with you this beautiful, beautiful story. The 65 Roses, written and illustrated by Charlotte and Vanessa Robbins. Dedicated to all the little flowers and the great oaks who love them. As a new day was dawning, the dew glistened in the morning light. The rays of the sun warmed the earth where a little flower was first opening its petals to the world. The sun was warm on the little flower's face. She fell fast in love with her new surroundings. She swayed in the soft breeze, danced, and was happy. Cold showers rolled through, awakening her senses. She felt alive. As the days slowly passed, the little flower felt a sadness building. Deep down, she knew her time would be short in this world she loved. She wept. "Please don't cry, little one," echoed down from high above. It was the gentle voice of the wise old oak whose surrounding roots had protected her from nature's fury. Why do I live but a short time? Asked the little flower, while the ivy on the wall grows on and on. But that is it, little one, said the old oak. Ivy works and works, never stopping to enjoy the beauty that every day holds. It is obsessed with climbing higher and higher, taking life for granted. It is difficult to love something you cannot reach. What about the roses? Asked the little flower. They are so beautiful and continue to bloom season after season for all to admire. Yes, little one, they are indeed beautiful, but hidden beneath that beauty are thorns. It is hard to hold something so sharp close to your heart. I don't understand, said the little flower. See that old piece of forgotten lumber wedged between my limbs? It was once a tree house where children laughed and played, said the old oak. And that piece of old tattered rope hanging from my lowest branch? That was once a swing on which people would sit and dream, swaying in the springtime breezes. All of these are memories of lives I have touched and joys I have shared. Let your beauty shine and brighten the world around you. It is not how many pages your life story holds, but what is written within. The little flower smiled, beaming from all the love that surrounded her. Forgetting her wilted petals, she frolicked and laughed in the cool comfort of a sudden April shower. The wind, the rain, the old oak, they were her family. They were her strength. And she loved them all. Just then a loving hand lifted the little flower up into the world. She wanted to stay but knew she must go. The man gave the flower to his true love. Suddenly the little flower was overcome with excitement at the joy she had created. It was then the little flower saw the heart they had carved into the great oak's mighty trunk. Deep within the old oak's heart, the little flower knew she would live forever. Some things are placed on earth to show others how precious each day is, whispered the wise old oak. The little flower understood, smiled, and was happy. The end. About the authors. Charlotte and Vanessa were identical twin sisters born with cystic fibrosis, an inherited genetic disease. They were raised with the idea that every day should be lived to the fullest. With the support of family and friends, Charlotte and Vanessa lived every day for what it was, a gift. It was their hope that this love of life and appreciation of family and friends shine through their stories. Most of all, they wanted you to have as much fun reading their books as they had in writing them. 65 Roses is what children stricken with cystic fibrosis sometimes call their disease because of its difficult pronunciation. A portion of the proceeds of this book supports CF families. In loving memory of Vanessa and Charlotte. To find out more, you can visit patriciarobbins.com, and you can also email cvrbooks@gmail.com. I do ask that you reach out and support them and let the mother of these two beautiful women who shared this book with us, let her know, please, that you have heard this story. It certainly has touched me. And I thank you for spending the time with me while I share this story. I'm very grateful for Nikki for standing in your truth and spreading unconditional love so that it passes on that flame to all of us. It's certainly lit a feeling of love in my heart today. Namaste.